Hey there, fellow builders, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Zed City, episode 51, Renovations. Due to the fact that I've lost cables multiple times now due to fires, I'll paint the cables in for now. Yeah, that looks about right. So now that we're down to 77 zombies, the one benefit of that is once we're below 100, we can actually spot where they are. So there's only 2 zombies outside of the zombie trap right now. 1 and 2. So there's a slight advantage to calling this area below 100 so that I can actually count. Are you all packed? Holy hell. They're packed. So leaving behind the chem fuel hurts a little bit. Shoot. Maybe I'm gonna dump a stack of uranium for chem fuel. But we're gonna be out of here well before the time limit, which is great. Load all the chem fuel and elephant tusks, I guess, and then as much steel as can fit. I'll take steel over chem fuel, or over uranium. So there's actually a chance to come back in. There's a bit of a lull in the action in about a day, which might coincide to their arrival, which is good. There are advanced components, I guess, in this stuff. Don't forget the masterwork bed. I actually don't even need it, oddly. But it might be a good idea to bring it anyway. Yeah, so let's do a little bit more deconstruct. I'll just deconstruct this stuff and then take the bed. Because if we get more people rescued, they're going to want a nicer bed, I suppose. Even though it's heavy. Alright, so that I'm not micromanaging 2 areas at once, I'm sending everyone back home inside. And we're almost done stripping this area. Oh, marine armor's done. I'm gonna have you guys vote for next research. There you go. Hey, Lettle. Thank you for the sub. The resub. Cheers. Poker. No, it can move. For a second, I thought it was, too heavy. God, that was a good ruin. I am glad that I just stopped what I was doing at that, giant pointless ruin and blitzed over to the new one. 'Twas nice. Oh, there's a suicider. And sketchy that from the front, you can't even see his C4 charge. Oh, no, there it goes. Sort of. Maybe? I don't know. Keeps changing the way it looks. Meat and veggies looks pretty good in the base. We have our tribute yayo building up. You guys kind of want some devil strands, so I can cue that in. Keeping an eye on Mr. Boomy here. Oh, there he goes. Just took out a ruin. One of the advantages of settling in a ruin is inevitably we end up with a lot of anti-C4 zombie defenses because there's so much stuff for them to impact. I wish there was a way, and I know it sounds like I want a mod, but I wish there was a way for you to go somewhere without entering it. Right click and be like, go to or enter. I'd love for them to just be idling right outside the city, ready to enter whenever I wanted, but like, there just isn't a way to do that easily in RimWorld. For reasons. For unknown reasons, but for reasons. We're going with Devil Strand, and then after Devil Strand, I'll queue up mortars and IEDs. And then next colony project, I'm going to add one more to it. But here you go, a jumbo list. So what do we do next? Prepare for yet another excursion. Focus on better weapons and armor, clearing the surrounding ruins, building additional farm, build a garage, expand the power grid, construct additional trap shockers thumpers, redesign the dining room, or other. Oh man, they are flooding in. Angry little zombies. The thing is, we've gone to all this effort to build a lovely fire trap for them. It'd be a shame not to use it. Because almost the entire shoreline is flammable now. The only spots that aren't is this here and that there, which is almost none of it, right? Also, I think because this pump is expanded pretty good and it doesn't need a lot of protecting walls, it's time to bring the minigun out. All right, doing a quick check for the danger zombies. And the trap already has, I don't know, like 10 now, again. Fills up pretty quick. There's some slimers, but no, I don't see any dangers. So the lovely thing about these columns is they're far back enough that they're not going to catch stray bullets regularly. To be able to prevent damage to them. Was that enough resources for more miniguns? It wasn't a lot of steel. I did not pull a lot of steel out of that ruin, so I could make miniguns if it was voted on that I improve weapons and armor. But short of it being voted on, I have no plans to make them. $128 zombies, and we might, depending on Stormguard and Guerrero's ETA, 1.8 days. Yeah, they're gonna have to come in 2.5 days instead, probably, at that dip, at the third day dip. Wow, look at that! Look at that peacetime in about 11 days. Not a lot going on there. You know, Zeusin, I want you to move the car. Just park it in there. So much better. All right, one more minute to vote in this poll, but seems like maybe a farm or maybe redesigning the dining room, maybe both. I could probably do both, as they're sort of like the outside of the walls and inside of the walls, and inside of the wall tasks are just a lot easier for me to do, because I don't have to go anywhere dangerous to get them done. Contamination after the burn? Sure. Yeah, basically everywhere where there were zombies is not contaminated as a result. Wow, they're even cleaning. Redfield, are you trying to tell me that you need something to do? Probably. This mountain is very weird. I'm just setting up some basic wooden columns because I have a lot of wood spare. So I've been using my stone to sort of dig away at this to see if there's more to it that could be used. All right, we're going to do farm and dining room. Got it. I think instead of incorporating your guys' feedback, which is going to be a little difficult for me to do effectively for the dining room, I'm just going to make the decisions myself. As it's very hard to have like multiple options to be pulled upon. But first things first, the farm. Now, one of the interesting things about the farm is, I could build the farm here, actually. Yeah, that might make more sense. Like, build it there. I know it cuts into this wall, but this wall is redundant at this point. Yeah. I think I like it here more than anywhere else, so that it doesn't clog up the entryway. And then if we have any additional farms beyond here, I'll probably need to like move the west half of the recreation room to put like farms here and maybe here or something. Now the question I have is, if I have it like that, that's probably going to bother people. Because if I put one farm here, that might be meta as like, what's it, 11? That might be meta as like I can fit more in. Well, no, that still blocks the driveway. Okay, so I'm gonna have it look more nicely laid out like that for your benefit. So let's paint in where that farm is going to be. So 5 by 11, and then 5 by 11, 9 by 9. So that's the dimensions of the grow light. The other thing I don't really have is stone. Kind of hurting on stone right now. So I'm going to get rid of this wall here. There's also plumbing that I probably don't want to get rid of. This is going to be annoying, because I want to get rid of the wall, but not the plumbing. I think one deconstruct will get rid of the wall, but not plumbing. So another thing I could do is to have, once Guero's home, to have Guero dig away at some of this, like, sandstone or granite, or really dig anywhere, and to supplement our stone quantity. If there was a time of respite... Oh, you know, that actually might be a better idea. Is once Pooker's emptied out, to run up here and grab as much slate as we can, because most of this farm is already slate. So what I could do is I could replace all the walls with slate and have the entire farm look slated. And that will be attractive and affordable. So that's what I'll do. Bangface is like, guys, I need help. There's a lot of zombies. And Double Strand's done. So you guys wanted IEDs and mortars next. So we'll do mortars first and then IEDs. They are 1 day away. Drop pod tech is disabled in this series entirely. There's no such thing as drop pod tech. Drop pods, comm consoles, trade beacons, none of that is a thing. We can't even build our own ships. We have to use the AI ship. And that's all on the scenario details. So here, as you can see, cannot build ship reactor, ship engine, ship core, cluster sections, long-range mineral scanner, ground pen scanner, comms console, auto garage doors, pod launcher. Those things cannot be built. We cannot use them. And this is for balancing reasons. If you could... if pod drops were allowed, the reason I'm not allowing them is for a lot of good reasons, but if pod drops were allowed, paying tribute to warlords would be inconsequentially easy. Traveling out to pristine ruins would be a lot easier. The whole, like, overland travel has to be vehicles. A huge part of the series is obviously using vehicles, so if you allow for pod drops, you just removed a huge portion of what vehicles are for trade and delivery and all that stuff, so... That's why I have it removed for lore, balance, etc. All of the above kind of reasons. Cheers. So they are about a half day away, and it's unfortunately ramping up to a high peak. But if we kill a lot of zombies at that high peak, the truck can hit like a few zombies on its way back, and we'll repair it. And there's not... So yeah, once we call the peak, I think they'll be able to get home. Stochastic Turtle, thank you for the bits. You're welcome for the explanation. Yeah, a lot of the scenario details that are in are... I chose them mindfully, I'll put it that way. There's very much a rhyme and reason as to why I chose what I chose for lore and balance reasons. So if you're to play this yourself, you're obviously welcome to, like, just not choose any of the decisions that I've made and enable, you know, tanks and enable, you know, but in order to keep the challenge up, I don't have that stuff enabled. It's actually one of my personal pet peeves, is when content creators for RimWorld will be like 500% difficulty, and then they'll have like completely ridiculously overpowered things introduced into their 500% difficulty runs, which completely makes it not 500% anymore. it's kind of disingenuous. So, for instance, for this, losing is fun. You know, even if I ramped it up to 500% difficulty, if I had, like, you know, tanks to be able to deal with zombies, nothing's going to be difficult anymore, because I can just put a few tanks, you know. The zombies don't know to attack tanks, so I could put, like, station a few tanks around the map with, like, people sitting in them with, like, piles of packaged survival meals, and every zombie that ever spawns would die. It'd be pretty silly. Yeah, looking at the RimWorld subreddit, every now and then I'll see, like, people's modded runs, and it'll be like, Pawns, melee DPS, 40,000. It's like, okay, so you can punch anything in one... You're one punch man at that point, effectively. So it doesn't matter what your difficulty settings are at. When you're running around as one punch man, nothing's really hard anymore. Might as well just use dev mode and delete everyone. Free food. Ah, food delivery. I love it. Oops. There we go. Oh, and officially, this is all dried out. So all of this, and this, and this, and this, it all can go. There's actually a lot of alpacas. There's like 6 of them that attacked me. Yeah, even minor mods like embrasures do so much that the AI doesn't know how to deal with it. Yeah, I actually get asked a lot, why aren't you using embrasures? Case in point, you made it for me. The AI doesn't know how to deal with embrasures. The AI attackers aren't smart enough to be able to manage them. So, yes, deep water is definitely like a vanilla exploit. I'm not going to contest that. But it is vanilla. It exists in the default game. And while it's very strong and doesn't have a lot of counters, it's not a mod that the enemies don't know how to deal with. Now, the only problem here is this electrified zombie. Oh, okay. This electrified zombie is one that Guero will have to kill, because the others don't know how. Don't deconstruct the column holding up the roof. I don't know which one you're referring to. Oh, yeah, okay. I see. This. Got it. Thank you for noticing that, because I didn't. There's 135 zombies out there. I think I'm going to do a little bit extra shooting. Because it's still a bit too many for my away team to, like, drive through. And while we do that, Zeusin can pull the alpacas inside. The electrified one is, like, not paying close attention to where we are right now. Giving me the opportunity to clean up some of these fresh meat. Alright, it's pissed off now. So let's avoid it. Whoop. Yep. Okay. Zeusin. Lock the punch? No? Okay, you just got punched. Stop shocking me! Oh, now it's setting everything on fire. Knowing that I have at least one cure makes it a little bit less sketchy when I need to just tank out of convenience. Oh, it set itself on fire. Perfect. Problem that solves itself. I love those. So this pump is not fully expanded, Nemi, but it has dried up everything it needed to. So it doesn't need to fully expand for it to be done with its work cycle. You know, one thing that I could have done in this instance, which I just realized, is I could have left this door open, lured the electrical zombie in, shocked it, and then finished it off. That would have, I mean, it's on fire, so it doesn't really matter. But if Guero's away, I could always use that tactic to use the shocker room to clear them out. All right, Stormguard, Guero, please enter the map tile somewhere kind. Please, please, please. All right, that's really, really good. Oh, except for there's a tanky here. Run him over! Just kidding. Don't do that. Yeah, there's only maybe like a zombie or two that we could possibly hit on our way back. I feel like this van is like a treasure galleon with all that it is currently holding. Oh, you can path there. I love vehicles, but oh my lord, are they buggy. No pun intended, because there's literally buggies. So we might have to stomp some zombies. Here we go. Division of labor. Work perfect. Welcome home, Guero. Welcome home, Stoner Guard. Driveway is clear. Or sort of clear. Redfield's clearing it now. And the away team is back. I'll probably want to go scoop that slate up sooner or later. We have a period of calm coming up in about 2 days. Kind of extended one, so that's likely to be the time to do it. And the big dump. I don't need TVs or heaters. I just brought them to break down. Maybe I'll keep the vitals monitor. Nah, I'm not going to. Break that down too. I want the steel. Alright. And then this tank is going to become a problem for us. So before people settle in and get comfy, I can go deal with that tank. Because it's coming at an angle that will punch a hole here. Which is a temporary wall that I'm not intended to keep forever, but like, I don't want to lose it now if I don't have to. It's very easy to do this. Especially with that minigun. Man, that minigun shreds. Oops. Let's just go like this. Okay. Tank thwarted. We're good. Night crew. Yeah, you're both super, super hungry. But I'm gonna leave them stationed because the zombies are definitely piling up. Don't want them to pig pile the walls. So we've got legendary, masterwork. So I have a spare masterwork bed. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna have high priority haul on just so that all this stuff can get put away before it deteriorates. At some point it might even make sense, again, a garage might make sense once you vote on it, to store the chem fuel more safely, and then also a place for the trucks to park, dump all their stuff, but the stuff be inside some sort of temporary stockpile zone so that it doesn't spoil. So current priority now is the new farm in the dining room. So speaking of the dining room, I am going to... Yeah, let's think about that. I don't think it would be necessarily a bad idea to utilize this area up here as part of the dining room, or a part of the kitchen, freezer area. To move the freezer and kitchen so that it is sort of out of the way, because you don't need a centrally located kitchen and freezer. And in doing that, I'll also probably double insulate it so that it's more protected from heat waves. And then this whole area can be cleared, where there can be a corridor that goes all the way in to the bedroom corridor without doors. So getting rid of this door, for instance. Oh, I didn't realize this was never smooth. So yeah, I like that sort of design idea. I think just for the beauty, I'm going to replace all this with granite walls rather than smooth walls. It'll look a bit cleaner. So luckily the walk-in freezer unit can be moved, unlike the default ACs. Oh, that is not a good spot for that fire. So we're double insulating. It'll look something like that. Get rid of this. And then in terms of dimensions, we'll put the actual kitchen here and then freezer back there. So I might even go so far as to break down this back wall and have it expand even further out. But also get rid of, like, modify how far back we, like, I don't need a water closet back there anymore either. So if this is the kitchen, I'm going to lay that out. So we'll have like the kitchen and a sink, and the room will be here with a door to a larger freezer. And I'll do like maybe a 5x11, something like that. Hey, stop it. So replacing this with slate floor tiles and then removing the floor up here. And all this can go. Not that. Something like that. Okay, zombies are starting to flood in the front gates. So then this will become a doorway for the kitchen. And then what I might actually do is to have a little enclosed freezer, perhaps, for the meals. So I'll probably incorporate that as well. Oh. They got in. That's okay. Forbid this door, we'll clean it up later. I'm going to have the constructors take a quick break because I need more forces here calling the group. And then maybe Goro join them as soon as he's done eating. Clear out some of the zombies that got in here. Come on, out. I can get about 5 zombies as long as they're near the door per purge. Oh, one of them just, like, ignored it. Come on out. Come on out. I'll close this door. Stop. My lord, dude. With him behind me, it sounds like I'm in a zoo. Such a gross sound. I'm like chewing on himself. Alright, he's settled. That's good. And I can actually leave the last zombie intact for brawling practice. So killing them while they're unconscious doesn't net any melee experience, but once they regain consciousness, or whatever you want to call it, then they can actually be practiced for brawling. Where now, it's actual brawling XP. Now, the only issue with this design is the only way to get back out to the backyard is this door. But, like, I suppose that's fine. And then this area here can be accessible through the lab. I'll stick a door here and here or something. I might even expand the lab a little bit out like that so that it's slightly more spacious. And then stick wooden doors there and there. Oh, I didn't see that zombie. I was like, who's punching a door? All right, nice. Now, I don't have auto doors, but I think I'm actually going to incorporate auto doors in this design right now. So I'm going to pull the I'm the streamer card and start to research auto doors. I did not do that right. Let's fix that. I didn't leave space for a double wall back here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Zed City, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 3rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com or the description of this video have a link to it. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Zedites.